of play. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Iguodala out there with Livingston. And it's Spates in at the center position.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And then for New York, Lopez comes in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's Porzingis in for Jose Calderon. Grant, that's good. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good points. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
From 15 feet away, Porzingis can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Out to Thompson. Another shot. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Grant.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And Derek Williams is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors with some changes. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 8th in free throw shooting, 14th in blocks. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
And you look at their free throw percentage, not to be overlooked. I mean, this was a team, I thought, that did a really good job of taking advantage of their opportunities.
That one misses. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli comes in for Green. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant. And that is good.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Galloway kicks to O'Quinn. Here's Galloway, guarded by Kerr. And here we go with Barbosa, heading to the hoop. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Golden State moving it around. Here's Curry, and he gets it to go. And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
The try by Iguodala. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. The free throw drops for Iguodala. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And so we conclude the first half. Warriors lead by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Too many turnovers. Way too many turnovers.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And on the floor for Derek Fisher as we get into the second half, we've got Anthony. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then there's Afflalo, and it's Galloway in the point guard. And a fast break now for the Knicks. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
From deep, Green for New York. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. With a tie. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on as the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
And New York making a change here. Grant's checked in. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
The Warriors shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Curry attacking. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Grant kicks to Anthony. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Greg, as you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. So they struggled shooting when they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Thompson passes to Curry. Missed inside.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Thompson. And that's now 6 points for Iguodala. Here's Grant. No luck. Nice D from Bogut.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Passes to Serafin. It's stolen by Bogut. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. First in scoring, first in assists, and they also were #1 in team shooting percentage. A very impressive offensive group.
And when you score like these guys did last season, it gives you tremendous confidence. Just play solid defense and you can win games.
Poked loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won it. I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
It's Iguodala with the drive. The Knicks pull it in. Here matched up against the Golden State Warriors is how they're going to tip off the new season. Here's Galloway. He's covered by Iguodala. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one. A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Kicks it to Spates. Dishes to Green. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Knicks out front, up by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3,
La 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 la.
a treat. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against Philadelphia. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Curry is out there with Barbosa, and it's Barnes, and the three.